think I'm live. I look pretty live.
Boy. It's very live to me.
Looks very live to you? Perfect. Yeah, if you want to share it, you can. If not, you don't have to. Yo, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Taz coming at you again with another hot seat. This time we got a very special guest, probably the biggest guest I've had on this channel to date. Mr. Kaiser Noah. If you want to tell me a little bit about yourself, feel free.
All right, sure. My name is Noah. I'm 23. I've been playing Wiz since 2011. I've been making Wiz videos consistently since 2019, so 7 years now. I think my anniversary was 2 months ago. And I have fun playing the game. That's about it, honestly. I don't know how much more there is to...
That's what's up. I mean, 7 years, that grind is insane.
Long time.
And he's being very generous, helping me finish out, hopefully, Wallaroo in this hot seat on my life.
Wallaroo time.
Because I don't know if you've seen, but me and Tyr started a trend of people soloing headless.
Oh, I don't know if I got that in me. I mean, I can try my best, but I'm going to probably die.
I did it on a fire and a death so far. So much so that someone called me fake.
See, despite the GOAT allegations, I'm not actually that good at the game. I think, I did my stream where I was trying to get as far in the game in 24 hours as I can, and I was revealed to be a complete and utter fraud. The amount of times that I died due to my own incompetency was quite insane, actually.
I've done 24-hour streams, and it takes a lot out of you, so trust me, I get it.
Oh, see, I didn't actually do it in 24 hours. I did it in multiple streams. I just did it. I wanted to see how far I could get in 24 hours if you catch my drift, which is, the answer is like Stone Town Zafaria. Probably can get further. But
I should try that one day.
That's how far I can get.
I should try that one day. What school were you using?
So I was using Myth. Originally, I had picked Balance because my mindset was like, level 16 Sandstorm might go kind of crazy for speed, but then I got utterly obliterated, which was mainly due to user error and my own fault. But then my chat was like, you should just restart the challenge because you're like way behind, and I was like, you know what, I probably should. And then they voted to change my school to Myth, and you know what, it was actually very helpful. The minions were very useful in what's it called, Arc 1.
So was it a solo, basically?
Yeah. I let myself have three allotted team ups that I could use, but I didn't let max levels join. They had to be within 10 levels of me to try to make it like fair. So I used them, one in Mount Olympus, one in the Chancellor, and one in the Trial of Spheres, and then I didn't end up doing any others. See,
I wonder if I can get further. I'll try. I'll attempt it.
I would be interested to see. I feel like it's definitely doable. There was a lot of other rules. Like I didn't transfer any items. I didn't. You could use monsters treasure cards, but you have to buy them yourself. Stuff like that.
I gotta grab this damn baby monitor. Reach underneath the monitor to grab the baby monitor. No, we're good. It's 71 in this room. We have to keep it at a consistent temperature, obviously, because babies can't regulate their body temperature.
Yeah, yeah.
So Fun fact.
Learn something new every day.
Exactly. I know I do.
No, my friend, but we didn't. No,
Man,
Okay.
he and I.
What did I do Waller last? I think on my fire and my ice, and it was like a year or two ago.
How many
And it
max
was-
wizards do you have?
I have 4. My myth and death, my fire and my ice.
You're not part of the extra credits program, are you?
I am not. I wouldn't say I have negative. I mean, okay, now it is pretty negative now, but
That's fine.
when it came out, I looked at it and I looked at the program in of itself, and I went, do I really want to tie myself to King's Isle? Like, do I want that kind of like tether on me? And I said no, and ultimately I don't regret that decision given the current state of the content, the extra credit program. But when it first came out, there was like that moment where I was like, do I want to join this? Not really. And I think it also came at a time where I wasn't really actively making content as much, so I kind of just went, I'll pass.
Yeah, because I believe you just hit 25k subs,
That was very recent.
which is absolutely insane. That is a goal of mine personally. Everyone strives to be the best, so
Yeah, it's cool. Like I mean, a lot of it's very recent because Console Wiz kind of went crazy. Especially, I made very consistent uploads then. I think I uploaded like 90 days straight.
holy shit.
Yeah, I've been giving myself like 2 days off a week or 1 or 2 days off a week now. But back then I was like, nah, the game is going crazy right now. I can't miss anything.
See, I couldn't take advantage of when it came to console because my son.
Yeah, no, it's
Like, I try to stay consistent, but I wasn't focusing on like console release or anything specific to that, and I probably should have, but family first. So
hey, who knows? Give it like a little bit. The rumored tablet version comes out. Wiz Resurgence number 3. Then you just do the same thing.
sure. I'm actually getting a job with more hours, and
That's
less
rough.
days off. So
That's rough. Well, yeah, it's I enjoy the consistency of it. I've always been a creator not to be big. Like I never went in with the intention of being a big name in the Wiz community. And in fact, for a very long time I wasn't. But I really like, especially now, I really like the editing process and the consistency of like coming up with an idea, formulating a video on it, making a video. That's like my favorite part of it. The community is cool and everything. Like I love my audience. But honestly, half the reason why I upload is just because I really like doing it.
hell yeah. And I mean, you have to have that. I can't edit worth shit, so shout out to Genevieve for becoming my editor, for volunteering to become an editor for me. She's been absolutely killing it recently. But that kind of has a good leeway in what what drove you to do content, like.
So, I mean, I was born in a very interesting time where the internet was taking off when I was a kid. I feel like my generation was the very first generation that had that, like, oh, you can grow up and be a YouTuber kind of thing, Like, because I'm trying to think, like, I think iPhones, phones, everyone having a phone started being a thing when I was like 12 or 13, right? And the internet became very prevalent around that time. So there's always that mindset of like, oh, you can make videos. And when I was a kid, you know, obviously I just made like random videos. I didn't care what I was uploading. Uh, and I did that a lot. I mean, they were pretty cringy because they're very old videos. And I think a lot of my older videos, some on other channels that have since been privated, like it was before my voice had even dropped, so it still sounded like a 10-year-old because I sounded like I was 10 up until I was 15. Yeah, so I mean, I would just upload things randomly, and I think it was. I'm scrolling through my oldest videos. It was in April of 2019. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a Wizard 101 Let's Play series, because that was by the point that they were already kind of dying down a little bit. Like, I think Blaze and Blue had finished their Fire and Ice series. I mean, this was probably by the point where Blue had already disappeared. So it was like a little bit later, and I was like, you know what? I could make a series. And I mean, again, I was probably like 16 at that point. And I don't know, I enjoyed it a lot. I realized that I enjoy talking. Which, I mean, I guess you can see, I feel like I've said a billion things, and you've said like 3 words this stream. That's my bad, but...
Nah, bro, you're good. That's what the hot seat is. You know, it's to get to learn creators, like to get to know them outside of the scope of their own channel and outside the scope of their own stream, and like branch out. You know, maybe some people in my audience haven't heard of you. I don't know how. They must be living under a rock, but you know, that's, you know, to each their own.
I'm a certified yapper. That's what I like doing. I like to talk. A lot of my videos, it's like, I end up recording for like 40 to 50 minutes and it ends up being like a 20-minute video, because I'm just talking. And,
I feel that. I feel that in my soul. Of course I didn't pull one hit. Oh my god.
I've just realized I just enjoy it a lot. Obviously, I've grown significantly as not only a content creator, but as a person. I mean, I was 16 when I started, 23 now. It's a very big difference. I was still in high school back then. But yeah, so I uploaded a lot with my Let's Play series, and then I kind of was like, okay, I'm bored of Let's Plays. Let's Plays aren't what I'm vibing with. So I tried to switch it up a little bit. I started doing some guides, which I think that was around the time I felt like I became known as the guide guy. Like, there is that kind of reputation a little bit. Like, I have a lot of guide videos on my channel.
Yeah.
It was around that time, because I was uploading a lot of guides. And there was a while where I was kind of just pulling whatever video I could think of from nowhere. Some of them good, some of them bad. And I think it was around in 2022 or 2023, I got very burnt out of Wiz, and I kind of like did the whole classic WizTuber, like, oh, I'm quitting, and then like I actually didn't quit, but I was, you know... I mean, to be fair, I didn't make content consistently at that point for like another year or so, so it was kind of like a indefinite hiatus type beat.
I feel that in my soul. Like,
yeah, so at that point...
I've played this game and then I've quit it before, like multiple times, because I played this game since day one. This was a game that me and my best friend Tyler used to play because it was funny. The game just dropped that day. Like, just dropped. And I was spending the night at Tyler's house, and we were looking at games on our computers, and we're just like, nothing seems fun. Like, we played RuneScape, we played, you know, World of Warcraft, and we're just like, we want to find a new game. So we're looking, and we see this game pop up under, like, new. Like, we seen, like, an article about a new game that was coming, and it showed that date. So we downloaded it, and it was Wizard 101, and me and him became absolutely obsessed. Like, we both still play. He can't play as often anymore because of life, you know. I'm not gonna say how old I am, because you make me feel old as fuck.
My bad.
No, I'm 29. I'm almost 30. So,
I
you
mean,
saying
hey.
your generation was the start of phones and woo, fuck.
Listen, you're still, you're not at that point yet. You're still here.
I'm older than Google.
That's rough.
I am older than Google.
I don't really, I don't really. That's unfortunate.
Hang on, wait, what year did Google come out? How old is Google? Now I gotta check this shit. It's nearly 28 years old. Yeah, I'm a year and a half older than Google. This is crazy. So,
I mean, hey, there's probably a lot of things that if I said I was like younger than, I could say that I'm younger than things and it would probably make you feel even older. So I'm just gonna avoid that.
wait. You gotta say it. I don't care how old I feel. I already know I'm old.
I don't know. I'm. What's some things You know what? I actually don't know. The Spider-Man movie came out, I think, on my birthday. The original Tobey Maguire one. That's cool. That's a fun fact. Spider-Man
Hang
1.
on. Wait a minute. 2002?
Yeah, 2002.
Oh.
Whole different
Oof.
decade.
Oof.
My bad.
Oh,
my
my
bad.
heart. Nah, I'm good. It's okay. I had someone pop in my chat and say I was a super wrong. It's like
A super
fuck.
punk. To be fair, listen. I say I'm 23, and there's people that call me Unk. So it's just it happens to everyone. It's universal. So you were talking about your friend earlier, and how you got into Wiz, and I can definitely relate. How I discovered Wiz was actually all the way back in 2011. My cousin saw it on TV. He's a year younger than me, so he would have been
commercials. Oh
7.
my
I was
God.
8. And he was like, we were over at our grandmother's house, and we downloaded it to her laptop, and he was like, look at this. This game's awesome. And we played it for a while. Fun fact, my fire wizard, Blaze Dawnbreeze, that is the first character we ever created. We created that together, and then I consumed the account. The account became mine. But
They're not bad guys.
it was fun. I have a lot of vivid memories of doing like the most stupid things. Like Boris Tallstaff in the library had this one voice line where he sounded really snobbish, and I remember we sat there and we played it over and over for like hours, and we thought it was so funny, in the way that only a kid can.
Yeah,
where you, like,
exactly.
Where you see the most like stupid thing and you're just like, that's the best. I did a lot of that in early Wiz. I just mostly did nothing in this game. Like I've said it in a few videos, but when I would like a lot of my memories in this game, a lot of my best memories even, where I spent hundreds of hours sitting in Crocotopia in the Chamber of Fire next to the lift with the horn, just listening to the music and doing nothing. And part of that was because I actually got stuck in the Crocosphinx. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, the Glacial Avengers, you used to have to collect 8, and the drop rate was very low. I was a fire wizard, and they kept putting up fire shields, and I didn't understand how to beat them as a kid because I was like, well, that's a fire shield. I can't beat that. So I just never did. Yeah, so I spent a lot of my time in early Croc doing literally nothing. But
Nice.
fond memories.
Well, I just realized the game is 17 years old. So midlife crisis just hit me hard.
I think it's turning 18 in
Don't
3
say
months.
that. I don't need to hear. I know it's turning 18 in September. Oh, fuck. So, I started making content. Actually, it wasn't even on this game. Like, I played it. I had it on my channel before, but I started out making COD content. Actually, we might need help with this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold up a second.
Tier, I'm summoning you.
I got myself here.
Tyr, you're being summoned. For... You're being summoned.
What's the strategy on this? I bring...
Let me bring some
My-
feints.
Is this the one where he dispels? Hold up.
Yes, he does. He dispels turn 1.
I love me.
So, I'm not
so-
gonna bring anything of my school to hit. I'll just bring feints. I will play pure support at this point.
Yeah, my myth can hit. I think this one I remember, it's not that bad. I think it's just a, I think you just feint both of the bosses into a 7 pip, and it's kind of...
Do I have the one hood that I want? No, I don't have it on this wizard. I do have it, the mass feint hood from Professor's sword pack.
I got it on my death. We're good.
Oh, bet.
All right. Trying to think. What can I yap about now?
What's your favorite world? You've been playing this, you know, for a long time.
Ooh.
You have to have
Ooh.
a favorite world.
Okay, I'm coming in with a hot take. So my cop-out answer is Polaris. I feel like Polaris is a lot of people's favorite worlds. I love me some Polaris, and I agree it's really good. But I have a controversial opinion I've had for a very long time that everyone always gets a little bit up in arms about. I think Caramel is a top 3 world in this game, and I will stand by that until the day I die. It's simply one of my favorite worlds.
What?
I love Caramel. I love it so much. Its story is very its story. I love the over the top innocence with like a shroud of, you know, a dark undertone. I like a lot of the characters, the whole Cabal plotline. I like the setup to design and the fact that he just eats the old one. That always gets a laugh out of me. And this is also a hot take, but I really like a lot of the bosses. The ones I don't like have since been nerfed kind of into the ground by King's Isle. So at this point, it's just a perfect world. What can I say?
Okay.
Yeah, I listen. I'm a Caramel defender, and it's just what I do. Some people don't like that, which is fair.
See, I don't mind Caramel I don't think it's absolutely F tier. Like, if I made a rating list, I'd put it like B tier. That's just me personally. But my S tiers, I mean, you already said one. It's Polaris and Mirage. I love Mirage. That might just be because I was obsessed with Aladdin as a kid. Like, you couldn't, like, my mom
Mirage.
couldn't pull
Mirage is
Aladdin
the top
away
5
from me, like, on the TV.
I get that. I mean,
I feel like my mom suffered because how many times she had to rewind the VCR.
VCR.
Yo, I swear to fucking God. Don't even.
That's rough. It's rough.
Don't even. Please don't.
No, I love Mirage. Mirage is certainly a top 5. So I just went through it on my Storm that I've been questing through, and I was reminded, like, all the characters are so good.
The way you said VCR?
I mean, listen, it was a bit rough. I say that, but I watched stuff on a VCR when I was a kid too. I'm just being a dick for no reason. I also watch things on a VCR. And that not because we.
I was gonna say, like, damn, I'm not that much older than you.
No, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I think we got CD players or DVD players later, but my family used a VCR for a little bit. I actually don't remember when we stopped. Probably when Blu-ray became a thing.
I don't know why it made me go live twice. And the other one.
I'm gonna go live twice?
Yeah. I click go live and it has 2 lives up for me.
Got the second stream?
Right?
Stream so good you're streaming twice?
2 and 1. Let me end that one. Now I should only have 1. That's weird. I've never seen it do that, ever. Yeah, we're still live. We're good. It just said Taz the Spaz live stream as the other one, like, okay. It didn't have any of the description, nothing like that. It was just
a blank stream in the void. Non-spine tier. We're chilling here.
Yeah, we're just chilling, we're talking. So, favorite school, is it Myth?
Okay. I'll be honest, I don't really have a favorite school all that much.
Really?
Myth I do like a lot just because it's the one I use the most, but I'm not that particular about it. I have a least favorite school. I don't want to say it because I think Tier would get a bit sad, but
Please say it's Ice. Please say it's Ice.
It might be Ice, but
Thank you.
of recent times, honestly, I like Balance a lot more since they added the Convert Weave Blade. I think it's actually, like, pretty dang decent now. If they buffed Balance Blade to be a plus 35, I think Balance would become kind of goated. Death is always nostalgic, but I feel like it's a little bit too broken, which I guess isn't probably the most, isn't the hottest take in the world. I mean,
Death
Fire
is
was
this
the
game
first.
on easy mode.
It is the game on easy mode. Fire was the first wizard I ever made, so I also feel a lot of nostalgia to Fire. But honestly, I don't know. I'm not the most strict when it comes to a school. I would guess I would say Myth is my favorite just because it's the one I use the most and I always quest up first, but it's not...
Yeah. So
there isn't really anything about Myth that makes me like it more than the others. It's just that it's what my main is.
I get that. So funny enough, hey, thank you for the gift. How's it going? 1,000 jewels, yo, you're insane. Thank you so much. W, bro. So funny enough, Myth is my favorite school. Like, I'm not afraid to say I have favorites and least favorites. So my favorite is Myth, but funny enough, my first wizard I've ever made in this game was a Storm. I was a Storm and Tyler was a Death. And we did like a duo run and we got to, Dragon's Fire and everything like that. And it was so much fun that we were like counting down the days for like updates and stuff. So my first one ever was a Storm. But after maxing out that account completely, all 7 wizards completely maxed, and it got taken away because hashtag King's Isle sucks at times. I was told to seek entertainment elsewhere because I guess I can tell the story. My ex, who was living with me at the time, because I had this account from when I first made it. It was a day 1 account. Oh, he's here. Cool. Yeah, I know it's you, Tier. I had that account since day 1, and I had it all the way up to...
Okay.
Fuck, how old was I? I was in my 20s. And I was still playing it. And I had them all... This is right after Dragoon dropped, and I had all of them max tier, or max stats, everything. Like a completely maxed account. I had almost all the mounts that have ever been dropped in that game. And King's Isle, even though I explained to them the situation, my ex logged in and tried selling the account because X they said seek entertainment elsewhere, even though I tried telling them, like, hey.
I did not. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Did you drop the ball?
I did a little bit of ball dropping. It's what I do. Wait, I'm coming back.
It's perfectly fine.
I'm coming back. I did that classic thing that oh, did I hit another infinite loading screen? This sucks. Why am I like this? Why is this game like this?
Dude, I feel that in my soul.
I dropped the ball. I just didn't add Orthrus to my deck because why would I have, I guess. Does he have a late cheat?
No. Yeah, there is a
Surely.
late cheat.
Nah, surely not. Surely not.
There is a late cheat.
Sure, it's nothing big.
I think you get hit. That's it. Yeah, so I was told to seek entertainment elsewhere because it got insta-ban. And then I offered King's Isle. Because I actually did this quite recently, like within the last 3 years, to try to get that account back. Because I didn't make another Wizard account after that one was gone. Like, I got home from work one day, and I tried logging in. And it says there's no user or password. You know, there's, like, nothing. This account has not been made or whatever. I was like, what? And up to a few years ago, I tried contacting them and I was like, look, I will give you any information you need. Let me just get that account back. And they asked for, like, what bank I use to make purchases on X. Like, I went through, even though it's been years since that happened, I went through and I got all that information. I sent it all to them, and then they said seek entertainment elsewhere. The account has been perma-banned.
That's a King's Isle moment right there.
So, what did I do? No, I didn't step away from the game. I didn't quit the game. I made another account and spent like another $1,000 on this fucking game.
Happens every time. Listen, you can pretend to quit Wiz and seek entertainment elsewhere, but they'll always get you in the end.
I think the day I got that email is the day I made a new account, which is this one that I'm on now. Oh, it does another death spell. That's
My bad.
fucked. It's okay.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
just-
using my own school.
Yeah, I just realized that my death is going to be fizzling because he's using feints. Anywho, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm using feints
I-
also. I just don't have the mass feint.
Yeah, I did. Waller is kind of funny because it was in a time where I was kind of getting back into the game, but there was a very long period of Wiz where I actually didn't actively farm gear at the max level just because I was too lazy. I think Wallaroo was the first time I farmed gear, but I didn't farm the Reaver hat robe and boots because like Malice is not a dungeon I ever want to do again.
Yeah, I never want to do Malice, but I always get recruited to do Malice because I've done it before. I'm like, I don't wanna.
I did Malice once, and that was the last time I partook in alcohol about 2 years ago, because I didn't want to be there, and admittedly it didn't help, but that was a interesting experience with that dungeon that I never want to do again. I think I did it back when it was like harder, if I remember.
Oh yeah,
correctly.
oh yeah. So shout out to my community real quick. They let me know when this world dropped, and I was the very first one to stream it on YouTube.
Sick.
So, shout out to my community for letting me know, because I wasn't like trying to keep up to date.
Did I stream Wallaroo? Hold up, I can go back like 3 years. Was I there? Oh, I was streaming.
You were?
November 27th of 2023. 5-hour stream of me going through Wallaroo.
Holy shit! Hang on, I'm scrolling. So far. I took a break from this game because I didn't want my channel to just be Wizard 101 for a while, and then I kind of just came to the terms with, like, you know, I love Wizard 101, So I want to be a content creator for it, and then I like went pretty much balls to the wall in becoming a content creator for Wizard 101. There's 5 years. Ooh, that's a little too far.
Yeah, I will say I've never been. I feel like because there's a perception. I feel like I'm the most. I don't know how to put this. A lot of Wiz creators are usually very game focused. I feel like I'm not very game focused. I feel like I'm very content focused, if that makes sense. Like, almost like I make entertainment videos about Wizard 101 rather than I make Wizard 101 videos that are entertaining. And, I mean, obviously that's not always true, but I was just thinking because you were talking about soloing headless, and I'm like, I don't think I can even do that. I don't think I have the mental capacity. Because I've come to realize over time I'm just not good at the game. I'm simply not good at the game, and I don't think I ever will be. I'm sure I could be if I tried, but I look at a lot of other creators doing other things, and I'm like, man, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm out of my depth, but I definitely not the same, if that makes sense.
So I just looked all the way back on my channel. The first time I ever streamed Wizard 101 other than COD content. Because like I said, I started out on COD. And I wanted to be a variety streamer. So it was like COD, Spider-Man, Crash Bandicoot, Far Cry. Like I was just doing whatever I wanted. And then all those have 24, 29, 18, 35... 31 views. Then I did my very first Wizard 101 actual stream, 164. And I was like, well, looks like I'm making Wizard content. And then I did that for a little bit. I gave away an account with a year membership amount, everything like that, which I know you can't do anymore. And then I pulled away again, and I like did Subnautica, and I was like, you know what? I'm not getting the views that I was once getting, and then I went back to Wizard 101. 2 years ago is when I brought my channel back from the dead. I had 200 subscribers. Now I'm
that's growth.
Getting close to 1.2k. Which is absolutely awesome. But 2 years ago I started streaming again, and I actually again started out with Apex and Spider-Man and Subnautica and 1330, you know, just really low view count. Wizard 101, 143, 54, and then my wife was like, just stick with Wizard, and then it became pretty consistent, 139, 142. If I did anything other than Wizard, it dropped.
With content in Wizard 101, it's very interesting because how it works, it's a very easy niche to get into because there's so much room for creators because there isn't a ton of creators, and it's a very smaller game, so there's always want for it. Whereas other games like that, they're a lot bigger, so it's very hard to break out into the space. But it's a double-edged sword because there's only a limited number of updates a year, and once you get into it, it's kind of hard to get out because it's like, I've always kind of viewed it as all of us started on Wiz when we were kids, but not all of us stayed playing games that are like Wiz. Like, exactly. So like, you know, I play a ton of different other games that are wildly different. Like, my favorite game of all time is Fallout New Vegas, and it's like, could I branch off into that? Sure, but I would say like maybe only 20% of my audience would play Fallout New Vegas, and then, you know, like another 20% are more into shooter games or, you know, other content like that. So it's very, I wouldn't say it's like you're stuck, but it's very much a niche that's easy to get into, hard to get out of with Wiz.
Yep. But ever since I kind of like made the commitment 2 years ago just to stick to Wizard 101, even though like I got really burnt out on this game, and I was gonna ask you, how do you deal with burnouts? Like, I feel like you doing content creation for 7 years, and especially a lot of it being Wizard, how did you deal with burnout?
What are you all doing here?
We're here for you.
The answer.
To help you
So
figure out where you
this is gonna
belong
get
in
into a
all
whole other
this.
topic.
I don't
Also,
belong
sorry,
anywhere.
I never added you in your
Was
life, so I have
nothing.
no idea where you went. Are you in?
Oh,
like,
I'm in
cutscenes?
the cutscene.
And what
Okay,
is
I'll
known
go.
as-
I think the next fight's in the Doom Moon,
It was
so I'm just gonna
supposed to
go in
be
that
something
direction.
wonderful. A gift to
So
the
this is gonna
spiral.
get into a whole
I
other
went
topic, but I've
everywhere,
always.
saw everyone, became
I
part
like to
of
think of
everything.
myself as a pretty positive person. I
offered
very
riches and
much
resources,
hate surrounding myself with
adventures and
negativity because I
discoveries.
feel like
I wanted to
it's not
create
healthy
heaven.
and it doesn't do anything.
Instead, I
And
fueled only hungers.
I feel like the Wizard
As I
101
gave,
community
they
right now
took.
is in a state
As
where
I
everyone
offered,
is
they
very,
demanded.
very negative all the
As
time.
I sought, they
And I understand.
twisted.
I am
They
a firm
mangled
believer
me
that
to an
criticism is a
engine
fair
of
thing to
war,
do. I mean, a
into the
lot of my videos
plunder
are on
of
criticism of the
empires.
game.
Mhm.
But
Withdrew.
I feel like if you
refused.
genuinely
I
hate the game and
rejected.
you're still playing, you're just
So what
that's
is
not something you should be
Novus?
doing.
Now only a collection
It's-
of rocks in the shape of the world.
And I feel like a
they occupy.
very not an easy way to
What
avoid
is
burnout, but
Novus?
how I recently have been avoiding
To the
burnout is I've
spiral,
actually just been
a guest,
enjoying the game.
when
Like
it
I
was
play
a
the game
bounty of
and I take a
gifts.
step back from it and I'm
Now
like,
that
sure
those
there's
gifts are
flaws to it,
withdrawn,
but I
an
actively really
invader,
like this
a
game still
power
and
that
I've loved
can
it since
wipe
I was a
them out
kid.
with a thought.
And
I am in all their
it'll
skies.
always hold a place in my
Living
heart. You know, it's
intruder in
always
every world.
going to be something I
A
enjoy, and I
monster
find
they
it's
can't
a lot
vanquish.
easier to avoid burnout if I think of it
So
through that
Novus
lens than
is a
think of it as
threat?
like
It could
you know,
be.
like, oh, there's so many
I
issues with the
could
game
be.
all the time.
I
You know,
could
like
melt their
all these things
minds,
King's been doing recently. I
swarm
hate
their
them. Like,
worlds, give
yeah,
them
I don't like that
something to
stuff,
fear.
but I don't make
But
it my
I don't
primary
want to be.
focus. Because
Or
if I
have
do,
to
I
be.
feel like I
Not now that
I feel
control
very
all my
negative.
shards.
Yeah.
I can recall them. I can bring them to
But
See, like my burnout isn't because I have like negative views of the game. Like yeah, there's its flaws. Every game has its flaws. I mean, you could go from World of Warcraft to
What should Novus become?
fuck,
I
Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega. When you know I started actually playing games was on a Sega Genesis. I swear to God, if you do not know what that is, I'm gonna actually crash the fuck out.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Oh,
My dad had a Sega Genesis, and I got to play. You know, I played all the.
would it make you feel
old
older if
school
I said my
games.
first console was an Xbox 360? When I was 6, my dad got me a bootleg Xbox 360 that didn't have a save drive. And actually, I don't know if it was 6. I might have been more like 8. And I replayed the first like level of every Lego Star Wars like section because it didn't have a save drive, so I just kept repeating the same level.
Yeah, my dad had a Sega Genesis, and then I had an old school Atari in my room.
Hard.
Yeah, that's from before my generation, so my dad just passed me down his hand-me-downs. But I played the Sega Genesis. I've had a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. I had the original Xbox when it first came out. I had the 360. First console, Xbox 360. Jesus.
Yeah, that was when I was young. It was Xbox 360 games.
your
I played Club Penguin and Wiz, and that was about it.
You
And
never
then
played a
I-
game called Adventure Quest?
I mean, I've heard of Adventure Quest, but I've never played it.
It's kind of like a click and point game, like where you click around to move. That was
Well, would
like
it
my
make you-
very
would it-
first game I played on PC. Actually, no, lying. That was a lie. My mom got me the Spider-Man disc version of the game, and I was obsessed with it on PC because that's when PCs used to have a disc drive that you could put a disc in, and I had it, and I played the fuck out of that game.
I regret to inform you that Adventure Quest was released a week before my birthday. My bad, my bad.
You didn't have to inform me that.
Sorry, I'll abstain next time.
I could have gone my entire life without having to know the game that I used to play that was so much fun came out. Oh my god, what the fuck? I am getting old.
Here, I send you a TFC on Discord and I'll forward to you and mass shame for that fight if you want me to.
Yeah, I got you.
Me and Tyr are chilling in the Doom Moon right now. Honestly, I forgot that this was a fight.
Yeah, you have to go to like 3 things or 2 things. You gotta go back to Novus and then Lemuria. So, what's your favorite spell? Do you have one? Like, are you one of those type of content creators that like have a favorite spell that you like enjoy?
I mean, there's spells I enjoy. I don't know if I have a favorite spell. I mean, a good shout for that is like old school Insane Bolt. I used to go into PvP and spam old school Insane Bolt and then do 12,000 damage to myself and then lose. I mean, as for animations, I like a lot of death spells. Like Scarecrow's always been kind of goat. Headless Horseman's pretty good. Storm Owl's always been pretty sick. Back when that did like, initially did like 1,500 damage, that thing was crazy.
I wonder if you still could get away with Insane Bolt in PvP. I think it's been banned, hasn't it?
I imagine the TC's probably banned.
Like you can't use the TC. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That would be so much fun. I could do my first PvP thing. I'll just use like one of my lower level wizards.
I just realized
Insane Bolt.
I think we've finally reached a point where, well, not finally reached a point, but like we've reached a point now where the average max level is going to have enough health where even if they did get Insane Bolt on themselves, they wouldn't die. That's kind of nuts.
I Insane
Actually,
Bolted myself the other day on stream.
Was it everything you hoped for?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, unfortunate.
I did not mean to.
I
had a 75% chance to fizzle because it was that frog fight in Wallaroo where you have to fizzle to take his 90 shields.
Oh,
and he put a minus 45 and I did the Insane Bolt and I hit myself. It was a 25% chance to power and I did. And I don't know why.
That's rough.
I was questioning my life decisions.
It happens every time.
I was like, yeah, I'll bring Insane Bolt because, you know, it'll be funny if it'll be the most unlucky / lucky I've ever been if I actually do this because, like, I just need Fizzle. So, my moderator can then, you know, take out the frog. But no! I had a power and hit myself for, I think it was like 10,000 damage I did.
Sometimes, the funniest outcome will happen. It's just how it works.
Oh, Genevieve's gonna be making that into a short. I already know it.
Whoa.
What?
I forgot there was ice out here and I walked into a wall.
Oh, we gotta go to Hall of Heroes.
You know, as much as I like that plane mount, I really don't like the red dots. I get what they were going for, but I'm not a big fan.
I'm not gonna tell you how much money I had to spend just to get it.
You know, if I ever really want it that bad, I'll probably just farm the... I mean, I guess the secret boss is kind of annoying in the Hidden Temple, but...
I have that
I'll
gauntlet.
I did too. I have too many gauntlets.
I don't have enough.
You know... Fair enough. I think I have most of them. I'm missing like 5, I think. but
Holy thunder snap.
that's not a good thing. That's like,
Remains leading some of the others on
I
a
spent
mission in
too
the
much money
Wildlands.
getting those.
You go find
I
them.
spend
I'll
way
gather
too
up
much
the
money
rest.
on this
Meet
game.
back here.
I'm proud to say that I don't really spend that much money on Wiz. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to blow crowns and random stuff, but I don't buy crowns almost ever now. I only buy membership. And I really try to avoid spending crowns, unless it's like on Stitches.
I just do a year membership.
See, that would be the smart thing to do, and I really should, but I keep forgetting.
Because it's a lot cheaper than month to month.
Yeah, no, you'd think that I would have done that after so many years, but
The only reason I don't change my wife's to year membership is because it's a family account, so we kind of get it for, what is it, the $6.95 a month.
yeah, well, see, I'm a family account with myself. I'm my own family, so I get 2 for like 7 or 14 a month or something.
That's what's up.
Dr. T-Rex. Kind of sick looking, actually.
Hello, Rexy. I want this to be a mount in the game.
They have some kind of T-Rex mount, don't they?
Yeah, they do. My wife has it. My wife is obsessed with Jurassic Park. So, like, you guys just see sometimes the, like, anime corner, because that used to be in my background. I used to have all my anime pops behind me. And then we kind of went with, like, the neon sign and just kind of, like, plain, basic white, just so there wasn't, like, too much stuff. But, like,
Yeah.
I'm anime and, like, horror movie. She is just pure Jurassic Park. Like, my entire bedroom is Jurassic Park.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of awesome, though. I've never been a big movie guy, or show guy. I don't really watch TV. But, I mean, obviously there's a ton of stuff I watch, but, like, I remember watching Jurassic Park as a kid, and that was pretty cool. But I like someone who just has, like, a hobby, and they like it a lot, or, like, has something that they love a lot. I think that's cool. It's always cool. I wish I had something for, like, you know, I could fill my room with, but I don't feel like there's anything that I would. I have a lot of vinyls, but, like, I can't hang them up anywhere.
That's what's up. See, I was, like, always Pokemon, and oh my god, it really didn't count.
For old time's sake.
Alright,
We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
It didn't catch the dialogue, which is so stupid. Like, I hate that. When you move so fast that the game doesn't
Yeah.
register dialogue, that shit just pisses me off. So, I'm obsessed with Pennywise, so much so that I asked my wife if I could get like, a black and white silhouette tattoo, palm in my hand, of the balloon, but, like, in the balloon you see Pennywise, like, half face reflection. And she's like, no, you can't get a palm tattoo because, like, they fade too fast. And I'm like, fuck. I should have just Zan, but I wasn't even thinking.
I've always wanted a tattoo, but at the same time, I'm like, there's nothing that I'm that into, like, that I'm that passionate about that I would dedicate to being permanently on my body. Or at least, you know, like, 90% permanently on my body.
90%? How is it 90%?
You can get tattoos, like, removed or covered up or whatever.
Fuck that. If it's on me, it's on me.
Yeah, but, like, what if it's, like, something I'm really into, and then it, like, I'm not into it in, like, 10 years?
To be honest, there's one tattoo on me that looks like shit because the artist just, like, half-assed it. And I want to black out my hand because of it, but then I'll have, you know, white design over top of it. But it's just gonna suck because, like, this is the hand. I'm gonna have to black it out pretty much from here down to, like, my wrist. And then I'll have to wait for that to heal, and then I'll have to go back. Actually, what they say to do is you do color first. So, like, either like a red or a purple or whatever, like a deep purple or like a deep red, and you do that first, and then you do black over top, and it saturates it better. and then you go in and you do the white, and then it'll pop.
I've considered there's a few bands that like it would be cool to get a tattoo from, but it's always in the back of my head. But it's like, what if 5 years from now,
Okay,
I don't really like
what
that band?
genre of music do you like?
Either I feel like I'd probably get like a Bring Me the Horizon tattoo would be pretty cool of some kind.
Okay, so you listen to music I listen to. Cool. I want an Ice Nine Kills one. So bad.
I listen to a lot of music. Like
I do too.
the genre variation of my playlist is crazy.
How's it going, Bentley? Welcome, welcome.
But yeah, I feel like if I was to get anything, it'd be that. Now, I'm gonna steer the conversation in a different direction. You mentioned Pokemon earlier. You like Pokemon?
I fucking love Pokemon.
Because I love Pokemon too. You an OG, you a Gen 1er? Are you in that crowd that's like Gen 1 is
swear to
supreme?
God.
Or like listen, I'm not calling you old. I'm like, are you in the generation where you're like one of those people that thinks the first like 4 gens are the best, or the first 3 gens are the best? Like pre-physical special split? Or do you just like Pokemon?
I love Pokemon. I am like a 151 like fanatic because that's what I grew up on personally.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
My first Pokemon game was on the original Game Boy Color, and it was Pokemon Silver.
That's pretty sick.
But that was Gen 2 actually. So my very first Pokemon game was Gen 2. But I always watched on TV Gen 1, you know, with Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. And then I played, when I got my Game Boy Advance, my mom finally got me Fire Red and Leaf Green. And I fell in love with Gen 1 like all over again.
That first season of the Pokemon anime, I watched so much as a kid because it was always on TV. So like all of those episodes in the original like Indigo League stick in my head. My first Pokemon game was Soul Silver on my cousin's DS. So I guess we're kind of the same if you think about it.
Oh my god. This is so
Except but it was a bit later, but if you think about it, we started with the same game.
Yeah, pretty much the same game, but Jesus Christ, you had such better graphics than I did when I was growing up. Oh!
That wasn't really I wouldn't consider that completely to be my first game though, because it was my cousin's game and I only played it. I didn't wasn't fully in control. My first actual game that I played was Black and White 2. And that was awesome. I'll be completely honest, I actually don't have any idea how I completed it as a kid, because I was such a stupid kid that, you know how they taught you, like, the type matchups? Like, they gave an example of, like, fire, grass, and water? Well, as a kid, I took that as those being the only types, so I went through the entirety of Black 2, beat the entire game, thinking that there were only 3 types in the game. And my Emboar was like level 90 by the end of the game because I just spammed him in every single fight.
Yeah. That was my
learned
playthrough with Fire Red. Like, I knew there were multiple types, but
yeah, no, it takes a special
Charizard
kind
was the GOAT, and
Charizard's the GOAT.
I've done an entire playthrough of that game just with my starter, and then I had other ones that were like HM slaves for like Rock Smash, Cut, all that stuff. But I never bring them into any fights. Like when I did like my first run through of the Elite Four, it was just Charizard. So by the time it was done, like I was level 100 already.
You ever like shiny hunt, or you just play the games?
Yeah, I've shiny hunted.
I got like a collection, not the biggest collection, but I enjoy shiny hunting quite a bit. I don't know why I just passed on my myth. That's unlucky.
So I will say this. About what you said, are you that generation that thinks, the original 3 gens are the gated? I will say, I like Gen 1, I like Gen 2, and I like Gen 3. I'm not saying they're the best, because I love Gen 4. I love Gen 1, and I love Gen 4. Like, hardcore love. Gen 3, I like it a lot. Gen 2, what I started with, technically, like, for the very first game that I played, I like it, but I think it could be better. Don't get me wrong, I love Tyranitar and everyone like that, and Lugia and Ho-Ho were really cool, but Mewtwo all the way. And then when Gen 4 came out, I remember I begged my mom to get me Pokemon Diamond, and then I got Pokemon Pearl for like Christmas or something. My grandparents got it for me. And then Pokemon Platinum came out, and I seen Giratina as the main, because I do everything in the game. Like, that was the point where I did everything in the game. Like, I found Giratina in Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl. So much so that when they made the remake on Switch, I have it. Except I got Diamond because Time got OP.
Alright, we're about to put test Tears Resist here, because I'm about to hit him with an Orthrus, because he's beguiled.
Yes! No, he has his immune set on. See, Tyr says he's soloed headless, but he was completely immune. So, I don't count it. You can't be completely immune. You can be near immune and it counts, because at least you still take damage. But this motherfucker was completely immune.
How much damage did that do? Did it even hit you? It didn't even look like it hit you.
It didn't hit him, he's immune.
Oh, that's just how that works?
Yeah, he's completely immune.
So,
He has 109
Pierce-
resist to myth.
Pierce just doesn't work?
Mm.
Pierce just doesn't
Oh,
work?
it's not this fucking fight.
No,
I
it's fine,
hear
it's
this fight. I hear him in my dreams after this fight. I hate this so much. You do
It's-
not have the power.
It's pretty bad, but I got Beguiles.
I hate this fucking.
It did not have the power.
I hate that. I hate it so much. Like, so unbelievably much.
If you're immune, I don't want to fight you. That just seems like I lose.
Yeah, he's immune.
I avoid anything that's not regular PvE content like the Plague. Not that I'm not open to trying stuff, but like PvP is not something I'll ever enjoy, so I just simply don't do it.
Exactly. That's kind of what I said.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of goes hand in hand with you asking about Burnout earlier. When I play Wiz, I don't play Wiz that often, which is kind of funny. Recently, I've been playing
I
a lot
can't
more
play
on
if
my
I don't
Storm,
stream.
but-
I've tried. I cannot play this game if I don't stream. I'll be on for like 5 minutes and then I'll get off.
Well, that's kind of what I was like. Yeah, when I record my videos, that's kind of my daily allotment of Wiz. Like, I play for an hour to an hour and a half doing stuff, and then, I mean, recently I have been playing a bit more because I've been questing on my Storm and stuff. But like, I feel like pacing yourself is healthy when it comes to games. I feel like a lot of people forget the fact that, you know, you don't need to play video games for 15 hours a day. Like, you can enjoy them a bit more if you just chill a little bit.
I mean, some of us can't play for 15 hours a day. I guess I'll,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll kill the
I can't-
minions.
Okay, I'm just gonna start beguiling this guy.
Maybe. You do not have the power.
You do not have that
I
power.
fucking hate that voice line so much. I hear it in my sleep, bro. I really do.
I got that with some characters. You ever played Skyrim?
Yes.
You know Hermaeus Mora?
Skyrim came out when I was in high school.
Skyrim came out when I was 8. Anyways, you know Hermaeus Mora?
Please tell me you're lying. Wait.
Oh, wait, what's 2011 minus...
Was it actually
22?
2011?
I was 9. I lied.
I was a sophomore?
That's rough.
Wait, was I a freshman or sophomore? I don't know because I didn't finish high school. I dropped out.
Damn.
I dropped out my junior year. Which now I'm getting my GED. 11... I think it's either 11 or 12 years later. Because I need it for my new job that I'm getting.
Massive.
You cannot
W.
take it from me.
But for, 11 or 12 years, I did not need a GED or high school diploma, anything like that. So, anyone that says that, like, I don't know. You can get by without it. I've done it.
You can get by.
I've been a manager, I've been a team leader, I've been in management positions without. I feel like it should go based off skill set, not off. Did you complete high school and know stuff that you will never have to use in a real world application?
Yeah, I was... I don't know how to describe this. I was good at school, but I wasn't...
You cannot take it from me.
I feel like I was
You
good
do
at
not
just
have the power.
memorizing things. I wasn't actually good, like, the best. You know, like, a lot of people, like, they're, like, people who excel. I did really good, but I was just good at memorizing things, and then I went to college and I realized I actually don't want to. And then, I mean, now I'm living, I think, more happily now than I ever would have if I had finished college, but...
What were you going to go to college for? Or if you don't want to share that, you don't have to.
No, that's fine. I've said it before. I was originally going to go for history education to be a teacher. And that was my plan for a very long time in life. I think from freshman year of high school all the way up until like 2022 when I dropped out of college, that was like my plan. And then I kind of realized, I was like, well, I mean, first off, I was like, being a teacher in the modern age is not the best thing, the best job. And beyond that, getting specifically an education history degree are like two of the most niche degrees. Like, you know, there's only one thing you can do with both of those degrees. So I kind of realized, I was like, this isn't really what I want to do. And I really don't want to spend like what was it, 5,000, 10,000 a year to go to college.
You do not have the power.
So I just didn't. And I mean, fun fact, I'm actually about to finally pay off my student loan that I took for my year of college I did, which is great.
Goodness.
Yeah, that one lasted a little bit. I'm almost free.
You do not have that power.
But I think school, you know, like, I wouldn't disparage anyone that wants to go to school, but I think
No, I won't
This-
do that either.
this-
Don't drop out. Don't
the world
do what
is
I
very...
did.
Specifically college, the world is very college focused, despite the fact that I think, especially in the modern age, college is a lot less necessary.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, depends on what field you're going into.
Yeah, I mean, everything, it always depends on what you want to do, but...
Finally, I hate this boss. He needs to just fuck off. Fuck that boss.
Where...
I never want to
did I
hear,
get-
you do not have the power again in my life.
Give me a deck. I didn't get a deck. That sucks. I don't know why I want one. I don't need any, but I just wanted the dopamine rush of getting a drop. I got a life deck on my myth. Perfect.
Nice.
I need
But,
I need to catch up on Portal Apparel, I'm not gonna lie. I am behind.
yeah, I haven't done Portal Apparel. I'll have to make that like a super stream. because I go back out of town Monday. That's why, like, my stream's all fucked up, and shout out to Genevieve because she's, like, gonna start doing premieres with stuff that she edits, and I'll try to hop in them while they premiere, like, in the afternoon, because I'm in the position right now at work where I can be on my phone or have my phone near me during the work, because all I do is stare at a tablet all day. So I can just put my phone up next to it so I can interact with chat. I just cannot say anything. Taz, make chapters for these once you're done the stream going forward. Bet, I got you.
I will say chapters are.
Liam is.
I don't know how many people even really use them, but chapters are very helpful.
For a minute, I thought that was Liam. I was like, damn, he hasn't hopped in my stream in a hot minute. I'm so stupid. Why am I blading? Alright, I'm just passing. We have 4 people in here, and I'm just like, oh, blade! Instead of just turn one hit.
I got in the habit. I mean, it's actually how I record all my videos. Is I'll make the chapters first. So, like, I give myself an outline of what I want to talk about and what I want to cover. Usually, it's pretty set. And then I'll record it, edit it, and then I'll like use those as chapters later on. It's very, very helpful.
See,
make the video feel like it has sections and is set along.
I'm gonna be doing the hot seat with Tier, and I think I might do it differently. I might not stream that one, just because I might record it and then post it as unlisted for Genevieve to edit it, and then we'll make it a premiere, like on a Sunday when I have usually no content coming out. But since I am out of town, you know, 5 days a week now, and I can't stream, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Actually, I can stream Friday, but it's just I'm usually cooked because I make a 2.5 hour drive home.
That's rough.
That time I couldn't use Zan, so don't roast me, chat. It didn't pop up in my hand. I think that's gonna kind of be like the guinea pig one.
I've been meaning to test out shorts for a long time, and I still haven't. I should.
It's nothing against Tier either. Like, don't take that personally, Tier. It's just I'm gonna test it out. I wasn't gonna do it today because it would just take too much to actually do, and it's easier to stream that way. You know, people can interact at the same time. But I feel like that'll just be the one test, and if that does well, then I'll switch the premise. But I have to have someone that I can test it on.
A guinea pig.
Guinea pig. Tier's the guinea pig. Shout out Maiden Ragnarok. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. And then if you guys aren't subscribed to Kaiser Noah, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. Go subscribe to Kaiser Noah. By the way, if you want to curse, feel free. Like, this is 18 plus. I am very unfiltered.
Usually it's kind of funny because I do swear quite frequently when I'm talking normally. I mean, not all the time, but you know, I do it a lot naturally. But when I record and stream, I notice that I just don't, and it's not like I'm doing it intentionally. I think it's more just like I have a different vibe than my daily persona when I stream and when I edit or when I record. So I don't know, it's like one of those things that I accidentally made myself advertiser friendly for fun, I guess.
The next fight is better.
See, I was like hell bent on that when I hit 500 subscribers because I was like, oh my god, like YouTube's gonna review this when I hit 1,000, and if I curse, you know, I'm fucked. But then I hit 1,000, I'm like, or I just couldn't stick to it. Like, I could not censor myself. I was just like, alright, fuck it.
They don't care that much as long as it's not extremely frequent.
If it's not within the first 5 minutes, you're good.
Yeah, because I do swear, like, occasionally in videos. I actually remember one time I think one time someone came into my stream and they're like, "Whoa, I was not expecting this because you like are a completely different vibe on stream than you are in videos." Like, I think they were like, "You swore," and I honestly didn't think that you would, and I'm like, you know, fair. I think it's like I've had people in the like family members and friends and stuff watch my videos, and they're like, "You were a completely different person in these videos than you are normally." And I'm also very different with streaming too. It's like almost a completely different tone of voice that you take on. Like,
See, you can ask anyone in my community, because I'll hang out in Discord. I am the same off stream as I am on stream. Like, I do not have a filter. I will say what I say. Like, if you guys get offended by anything I say, I'm sorry, but then I'm not for you.
I don't filter myself. It just happens naturally. It's like a different, I don't know, it's almost like I'm performing in a way. But it's not performative. It's just that that's what I do. It's a different kind of vibe.
I don't like when people are different on stream than off stream at the same time. Like, it almost feels not genuine. Like, it feels like you're putting on an act.
Yeah, it's not like I'm authentic. I think a good way to do it is I'm a very naturally introverted person, which I imagine a lot of people wouldn't guess, given that I talk to people and make content like this all the time. But I am very, not shy, but like if I'm in public, I don't talk to people. I'm horrible at small talk, and I'm incredibly awkward. But it's almost like I'm putting on this persona, this very different, like, outgoing type thing when I'm making videos, but it's not like I'm a different person. It's just that it's a different facet of me that I don't usually do. So it's like I go into the, like, after I'm done making a video, I just go into my shell, go back into my shell.
Yeah, it's kind of creator mode. Like, our brains have that switch where we can go into creator mode.
Wait, I mean, it's developed quite a bit.
It does. It's something that you don't even realize happens, and then it happens.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I mean, even my videos now compared to my videos pre, like,
go back in here.
Did you miss a fight trigger again? Because that'd be really unfortunate.
I will cry. No, it says.
Oh no, the quest helper is just, it's leading you in circles. Classic Wiz moment.
Circles, circles. I was worried. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
What's I talking about? It's gone.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
The game fucked me.
I said it earlier, but I'm the master yapper. I could talk about literally nothing for hours. It's just how I go.
Alright, who's ready to blade spam?
I love well-designed fights that involve complex and in-depth cheats.
Absolutely nothing. I'm just putting a shit ton of blades.
Yeah, get that.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
It's very unfortunate. I just destroyed all my decks, but
it doesn't matter who we blade either. We can blade ourselves.
Well, no, I just meant that I just used my main attack deck, and now I'm gonna have to set it back up, which is sad.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah. Ah, that was a loud completion noise.
I have the game volume so low personally. Because I've heard it like hundreds of times.
I always play with sound effects on but music off, because when I record, when you use music it gets all jumbled because it, you make cuts and stuff. So I always add the music in post, but
yeah.
So I'm like so used to, it's just how I play the game now. I play with like only sound effects and dialogue, which is unfortunate because the music is great in this game, but I usually just don't remember to turn it back on. And I do that in a lot of games now. I started doing that a long time ago, like listening to my own music, whatever I want to listen to, and then just having sound effects in the game.
Yeah. I think it's 4 blades and it activates that cheat, right?
Yeah. So after this, you got Selenopolis.
I hate Selenopolis. Why do they make that shit mandatory, bro?
Who doesn't hate Selenopolis? I don't think I've met anyone that likes
It
it.
is so stupid. Don't make it mandatory. It was side world content. You get no XP gain, like at all. You get not a single XP.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
So
Having to do it 4 times, I'm not looking forward to having to do it the 5th time.
This
For
is
the
my
people that are
5th time.
crazy and have an insane number of wizards, respect, but like, whew, not my favorite thing King's Isle has made for sure. I will
Yeah.
say though, they did recover quite well with Darkmoor IMO. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. So, if you
I-
had any advice to give for new players or players coming back to the game, I mean, we've been in this game for a lot of changes and a lot of fixes, and you know, Shadow going from rating to or percent to rating and all that stuff. Because I remember when that happened, I was so mad. I had 100% Shadow every single turn. Or every first turn, and I just Glowbug spam on my Myth, or I Mystic Colossus, or Glowbug spam on my Storm, Mystic Colossus on my Myth, or Cthulhu on my Death, and then, you know, that got kind of thrown out the window, so. What would any advice be to new or returning players?
My advice for both is exactly the same, and it's something I said earlier, and it's to enjoy the game. It seems to be a hot take, something that people don't do as much nowadays, but I find that going at your own pace and not listening to what's the quote-unquote most efficient and most meta is absolutely the funnest way you can play this game. And for for people that like the meta, there's nothing wrong with that. But I find that there's a current part of the community that likes to disparage going outside of the meta, and I'm not talking, well, not the community, but like in Team Up you see it a lot. People are like, why are you inconveniencing me? You know, that type of beat.
Yep.
I find that a lot of people just don't enjoy the game when it is a game, and the entire point of games are to enjoy them.
Oh, exactly. 100%.
Everyone enjoys games differently, and if you get enjoyment out of seeing your damage stat go up, that's perfectly valid, but I find that, you know, not everyone enjoys it in that way, and so it's not like... My advice is to take it how you want to. If you find spell weaving to be fun, then do spell weaving. If you find gambits fun, do gambits. If you find 7-pip AoE meta fun, do that, you know? That's not even just a problem with Wiz. I mean, this is kind of a larger topic, but I find that a lot of people play games to beat them rather than to play them. And
Exactly.
I think that when you do that, you're losing something. You're losing something that makes the game a game. And that's advice I always try to give everyone. I actually got a comment recently on one of my videos. I think it was my video on mistakes to avoid making as a new player. This was when console had just come out, so I was gearing a lot of my videos towards newer players.
Yep.
And someone just, and I made an entire video in that, or an entire section of that dedicated to, my personal opinion that I think that if you take a step back and try to figure out the game rather than using a lot of guides, you'll have a lot more fun. And I said that one thing I personally enjoyed was when Darkmoor came out, I loved figuring out all the cheats by myself without using a guide, because at that point there weren't any guides. And one thing I said, I was like, that could be a good thing to do, but I specified that if you're in a group setting or you want to do team up, oh, I just realized I didn't select, my bad.
No,
if
you're
in a
good.
group setting and you want to team up, it's good to be prepared. And then someone was like, why are you telling people to not be prepared and be prepared in the same section? I'm like, you missed the entire point of this video. The entire point of the video is like to help new players, and I think that part of that is teaching them how to enjoy the game, and not everyone enjoys the game the same way. Anyways, that was a very long-winded rant for your question, but
No, you're good. This is what we like. It's content.
I'm very passionate about. I feel like it doesn't even come out that much because I don't stream that often, and you know, like, when am I gonna say this in a video? But I personally am of the opinion that while there's a lot to critique King's Isle about, the community has been very overwhelmingly negative recently, and I like to try to bring some positivity back into the game because
That's my entire channel. That is literally my entire channel in a nutshell. Like, I don't allow bullies. I don't allow anyone being negative. Like, yeah, you can say you don't like something, but you don't have to go to the extent of, you know, sending death threats to, you know, content creators or devs. Like, that's just dumb. I'm sorry. I will say that. It's dumb. It's childish. It's stupid.
You don't need to be sorry about that.
Just like...
I sometimes this is gonna sound exceptionally funny, given the running joke that has been in the stream so far. But I've said it before, but I am too old for your high school drama bullshit that a lot of the Wiz community seems to really enjoy.
Oh God.
Which is why, like, I hate drama with a passion, and for a very long time, I was very isolated in the Wiz community. I didn't interact with anyone, and part of that was because that a lot of the Wiz community, for some reason, has this they're very fixated on high school drama bullshit, which I'm just like, why? I get not everyone is an adult here, but like, most of us are adults. Surely we're adults, you know, and we can act like adults. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't want to get too into it because I hate drama with a passion. If you will never see me interacting with another Wiz creator in a negative way because I fucking hate that shit. But
see, I mess around, like, and some people take it like out of context. Like, I've made a joke about Liam. Like, cool dude. I talk to him. Like, I'm in his stream sometimes. Do I agree with everything he said? No. Not at all,
yeah.
but
Well,
it's just...
People are allowed to have
their own opinions.
Their own opinions, and that is a fact of life that sometimes you gotta live with. Doesn't mean every opinion is valid, but they're allowed to have it, you know? Like,
well, I will say this. From when I was a kid, and my dad and mom telling me, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them, but no one needs to hear it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not... I don't know. I probably won't get that much more in depth with it than that, but that is just kind of what I've always said, is I will never... I went into it with that, like, even in like 2020 when I was making videos and I wasn't really interacting with the community at all, I went into it with the mindset of I will never interact with someone in a negative way. You would never see me make a video that involves drama whatsoever.
Oh no, I'll never do that.
So it's just so childish, and I can't find it in myself to ever want to do that. And I've had this before. Like, I remember, I mean, this is only tangentially related, but I had a friend who I hung out with for a long time from high school, and there was this like moment of realization, I think when I was around 20, where I was like, I've developed and changed significantly since high school as a human, and you have not. And I just couldn't, like, it wasn't like I hated them, it was just like, I'm not on the same level as you, you know? And there was that realization, like, you're still in this group of friends dealing with this like random drama stuff that like is probably not something that should be happening when you're 20, but the unfortunate fact of life is that there are people who never matured past high school.
Oh, yeah.
And I just don't have it in me, and I don't think I ever will. So that's my stance on that. I will never, there will never be any form of drama on my channel, and I refuse to let that happen.
See, mine is kind of weird because like I'll like poke at things that like I find contradictory.
You are right.
For example, Liam saying he quit, but every single video he posts is about Wizard 101 or has context of Wizard 101. Like, I get it, but personally, in my own opinion, and like I said, opinions are like assholes, you don't have to agree with mine. If I said I quit this game, that means I would quit this game. There wouldn't be any content on this game. Now, Liam is cool. I'm not throwing shade. I'm not throwing shots. We've been messing around with it because it's kind of been like just almost a meme at this point. Like, I'll join stream and I'll be like, guys, I'm putting Wizard 101, and then, you know, I'm not, obviously. But I feel like every content creator kind of says they quit Wizard 101 at one point in time. It's just, that's the closest I get to, I guess, drama. Like, I've had someone say, hey, you're, you know, making fun of Liam, and I'm like, no, I'm actually not. Like, I talked to this dude. He's a cool dude. I mean, just has a very strong personality, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
but that's a lot of people.
I will abstain from commenting in any way, shape, or form about anything in regards to that, but I will.
That's perfectly fine.
Sum up my opinion with, I have always made my channel a place where everyone feels welcome, no matter who they are or their background. And
yep.
I think that making a place feel safe, especially on the internet, is a very important thing, and I would never want anyone to feel like my channel isn't a safe place for them.
Exactly.
And that is as close as I will get to talking about anything in regards to that. And
oh no, dude, that's perfectly fair. Like, that's valid. Like, I always say, my channel is a safe spot. Like, there's no judgment, there's no bullying, there's no harassment, there's no nothing. And if you guys want to bring that to my channel, you can kindly get the fuck out of here. Actually, you don't even have to kindly get the fuck out. You can just get the fuck out in general.
Unkindly.
I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna cry over losing a subscriber. That was toxic as fuck. Like, when I did when I did a stream, who was it with? It was in one of my last hot seats, and we were talking about the death threats and stuff. I said, if anyone, you know, wants to be like that and act like a high schooler, act like a child, and send death threats when you're a grown-ass adult, you can get the fuck out of here. Don't let the door hit you. Where you were split, basically. And I think it was 4 people unsubbed. And I was like, alright, bye, deuces.
Damn.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna lose sleep over toxic people not being in my community. Like, you want to bring toxicity, you want to bring, I've had racism in here, targeting another content creator. I've had people planning on going to a content creator's stream and, like, just shit talking. And I reached out to the content creator and I was like, hey, this is probably gonna happen in your stream tonight. And it did. But he was thankful that, you know, I gave him a heads up, so shout out to him.
I think thankfully, despite, you know, having quite a decent audience at this point, I would say I've done a pretty good job of making my community feel that way, or at least I hope I have, because I don't get that very often at all. And anytime anything like that does happen, I usually just hide them from my channel instantly. And I will say, luckily, I've only had to do that like maybe 10 times. It doesn't happen very frequently. And, you know, I'm thankful that I'm not in a place that anything like that would happen.
I think it doesn't
And-
happen to big channels, and I'm not saying that like as a dickhead way. I think they target small channels, like anything 5,000 and under, they kind of target because they feel like they'll get their point across a bit better than a big channel with a bigger community that's like backing them.
I mean, yeah, that's a part of that's definitely like anytime anything like that's happened, we definitely all just bully, like we shit on that person, and it's just like,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
I imagine having 100 people like laugh at you and be like, you're dumb and racist and stupid. I imagine that, you know, they probably don't feel good about themselves, which is good because they shouldn't feel good about themselves. But
No, if they want to spew hate, I'll give them their exact same energy, and I try not to, but look, I'm from fucking Florida. I've grown up in Florida. I'm very confrontational. I try not to be on stream because it just doesn't look the best. Like, imagine I was here just saying, fuck you, you piece of shit. Like, yeah, it's not the best look.
Wait,
I fucked up.
I did too. I'm glad that we both collectively did, because now I don't feel as dumb.
I didn't switch it.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's why. Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait in here until you guys pour back.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I have all blades.
Let me just throw in some enchants and some. Oh wait, oh, fuck.
Hey, at least you missed the Storm Lord.
You know, perfect. That.
Just doing respawn of ships for fun. Yo, Tyr, what is wrong with you?
That is certainly a choice.
I love you, my guy, but what is wrong with you? Our hot seat is gonna be a lot of questions.
First question, what is wrong with you?
So,
Alright.
if you had to give advice to a new streamer or someone that just started playing Wiz that wants to start streaming, or they've been playing Wiz for a while and they just don't know how to go about streaming, what would it be?
I have a few things that I think generally are helpful. I think one thing that is helpful is consistency. That's something that you'll get no matter outside of Wiz or, you know, in the Wiz community, is if you're consistent, people notice it, they notice the effort. And I mean, even if it's only once a week, that's better than, you know, not at all. Is what I say. And, you know, obviously I'm a little bit off the deep end when it comes to that. I upload it pretty much every day. But you don't need to do that, you know? Being consistent is helpful. I think a bigger thing, and something that I've found over time, is there is a lot of ways to improve your content in very simple ways that add up and people notice. So one thing that I mentioned a bit earlier is having chapters in your videos. It's such a minor thing, but even just that idea that you went out of your way to make chapters, I think it makes a lot of people go like, oh, you know, they care about their content, they care about this video that they made. Things like thumbnails. Back when I first started making videos, I didn't put thumbnails on any of my videos, and my thumbnails were, the ones I did were pretty atrocious. You don't need to have the best looking thumbnails, but even having a thumbnail is better than not having anything. And not everyone can afford Photoshop because Adobe is ridiculous. Personally, I use the program of GIMP. It is not designed to make thumbnails, but that is what I use it for. And I've used it for quite a few months now, and you get good at it. You know, you can get, I mean, not, even if it's not great, you can get consistent at it.
I use Canva for my thumbnails.
And that's fair. I think anything that's free and works is better than nothing at all.
You're looking for a young wizard?
My final thing that goes hand in hand with that is editing is important, to a degree, and very specifically, if you are making videos, a lot of people don't like, you know, there are certain things that you don't like to hear when listening to videos, whether that be like, you know, people coughing or people messing up a sentence and then saying it again. Even just minor cuts to cut things out like that, I think go such a long way in videos. Like, you don't need to have, you know, the craziest editing style and have it down to a T. Just minor things like that can go such a long way. And to go hand in hand with my GIMP recommendation earlier, DaVinci Resolve is free and works, in my opinion. I've had Sony Vegas before. I used Premiere Pro. I actually like DaVinci Resolve more than either of those, despite the fact that both of those other ones cost plentiful amounts of money and DaVinci Resolve is free. So,
not gonna lie, I'm too dumb to edit. That's why I was looking for an editor, and Genevieve kind of volunteered, and I was like, yes!
hey, that's fair. I find that you don't even need to know that in depth. If you can figure out as simple as the cut tool and like the cut tool and then use it, that's all that you need to do, right? Is know how to cut things. And I think that goes a long way in making videos better. And I think the ultimate way to sum up everything I just said is effort matters, and people will reward your effort by watching you, because they can tell when you're half-assing something or when you're actually putting your all into it. And that's something that you get better at over time. Even if you're not perfect, you know, eventually you'll be better.
Heck yeah.
Anyway.
So, what challenges have you faced of being a creator, whether in the game or just like in general for YouTube or Twitch or, you know, any of your platforms?
Challenges. I think, to go hand in hand with what I just said, I think a lot of my early time doing YouTube was spent with me thinking that I couldn't be better, and thinking that I was thinking what I was doing was just fine and okay, and if people liked me, they'd watch me, and that was true. But there was so much more I could have done and a lot more effort I could have put in that I think would have showed me a lot earlier. So, like, for example, I mean, I was working full-time and doing college and making whiz videos in like 2021, and because of that I was doing things like I wouldn't make a thumbnail, I wouldn't edit my videos at all, I would just talk for like 10 minutes and then throw up a video, right? And that's fine, but in my head my excuse was I'm dedicating so much time to this that I don't have time to do a thumbnail. And my counter to that now is like, well, you like, if you can't do something as like simple as taking 10 minutes to make a thumbnail, then don't upload that day and wait until tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think effort is something, you put effort in, you get reward back. It's as simple as that. You can't half-ass it, and that was a struggle that early me didn't understand. I was going in like, you know, like, oh, I'm fine, I'm just throwing videos into the void. And I think that watching those back, I've said this in many of my videos, I hate watching my old videos and I don't watch them because I look back and I'm like, this is terrible. I don't know how anyone watched these, because not only do I know I'm a better creator now, but to me they're unwatchable from the perspective of I could have put so much effort in. And a lot of people told me like, oh, they're not unwatchable. Like, I go back and watch old videos all the time, but to me they're unwatchable. You know, like, I can't go back and watch those and be happy with what I did. And
I feel like that's me with 2 years ago when I first started streaming again, trying to bring my channel back from the dead. And it is amazing, in 2 years I've almost gotten like 1,000 subscribers in 2 years. So we are now officially 70 subs away from 1.2k. So shout out to my community for all the support. Like, I love you guys. You guys are the reason I do what I do.
I spent I don't focus on sub count a lot, and you know what? This can go as another helpful hint, or like a helpful tip to newer creators. Focusing on views is important because views are what people want to watch. But if you focus too much on it, you will get very discouraged and be very, very disappointed.
You'll get burnt out on YouTube real quick, and I had that initially happen. I just like saying milestones for myself to like see if I can actually reach them. That's a big thing with me. Like I set a milestone goal of 1.2k by, you know, what my channel analytics says by September, and I think we can do it faster. So I personally set a goal for, you know, 1.2k by September, and like I just like seeing the growth, like that helps me, like that motivates me to stream. I kind of flipped it in the script where I'm motivated by it. Like, don't get me wrong, if I go like 6 or 7 streams without getting a subscriber, I don't get discouraged anymore. Back when I had 200 subs and I'd have, you know, 10 people watching or 5 people watching and I didn't get 1 sub from it, yeah, I got discouraged. I'm not gonna lie to you. But now I like setting these milestones, and I like giving back to my community when I hit the milestones. Like for 1,000 subscribers, I don't think you've seen my channel before that. I did a $500 giveaway and prizes. Just for hitting 1,000 subscribers, giving back to my community, saying thank you. Like, I love doing that stuff. I love giving to the community. Like, you never know when I get crowns or whatever, and I just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna gift, you know, the first 10 people that, you know, join. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that, subscribe. Shout out to you. Yo, what up, zombie? It's just like, I love giving back to my community. I love making the game all around positive, because I believe there is a lot of negativity around this game with the community itself. Because even a few bad apples can make the bunch look bad, which I wholeheartedly like agree to. A few bad apples can make this community look terrible, so I just want my community to be all around positive and like help each other out. And I see a lot of it, and it makes me really happy when I see people like in my chat saying, hey, I need help with Azteca, and you know, someone else goes, I can go there real quick and I can help you out. I just love that. Like, that is amazing for me to see, because it kind of just reassures the fact that I do have that community that I strive to build.
Okay, 2 things to go off what you just said. Back to the sub thing. This might be weird, especially for newer people who focus on it a lot. I don't look at my sub count almost at all, and I haven't in multiple years. I look at it, like, I look at it, I'm aware of it, but I never look at it and go like, oh, I only got this many subs today, that's discouraging. And I think that's a very healthy, it's a lot healthier to look at it as like what you said with milestones. Milestones are cool.
Yeah, I don't look at it and say, oh, I only gained 2 subs today, or I didn't gain any subs today. I don't, like, I don't pay attention to that. I just like seeing the progress to get to that milestone, and when we hit that milestone, that's when I make an announcement. Like, I say, yeah, I'm on the road to 1.2k, but that's just me, you know, outing that milestone, like what I want to hit, like the goal that I set for myself for this community. It's not I have to hit it. I care so much about the subscriber count, because I could go back down to 500 subscribers and I'd still make content. I mean, it's just the fact of the matter, like, I like seeing consistent progression, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like, I like to
it.
personally progress. That's even me in work. If I cannot personally progress, I do not, like, it's like almost a pet peeve of mine. I have to be able to see progression of myself or of what I'm doing. Then I'll get discouraged if I don't see.
That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, but in a different way. When I was talking about putting effort in, I view it, I don't look at the number, I look at myself and go, do I feel like I'm better than I was a year ago? And if I don't feel better than I was a year ago, I'm like, how can I fix that? And I mean, part of that also has to do with me. I'm a lot more motivated now. I wasn't in the best place for a very long time. I don't know how much you've watched my old videos, but I was very overweight for my entire life.
I've been following you for a while, I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate that. When I first face revealed all that, I was very self-conscious about it because I've been overweight my entire life. I was 344 pounds at my heaviest back in the day. And there's this certain... When you're that self-conscious about yourself and there's a lot of self-hatred, it's very hard to improve. And I never want to be in that mind space that I was in then, where it felt like nothing could improve. So I try to focus a lot on self-improvement and being a better person than I was yesterday. I lost 140 pounds. I'm down to 190 now.
Congratulations. I'm sitting at 220. And about that, like, self-conscious thing, I'm self-conscious even when I'm on stream to this day. Like, I do not like the way I look. That's probably why I get so many tattoos. Like, I get tattoos and it makes me feel better about myself for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, I feel like shit again. Like, I don't like myself in the mirror.
It's a battle with trying to make... There is a battle with trying to make yourself feel good. And, I look in the mirror sometimes and I still feel like I don't look... like I don't look like how I want to. I don't feel like I've lost enough weight. And I try to remind myself that I've stayed active. I've I've exercised for at least 30 minutes a day every day for the last 2 years now. And I don't plan on breaking that. And I try to keep that in my mind that I gained a few pounds back because I was lax a little bit, and in my head it was like alarm bells, crazy. But I need to remind myself that it's not the end of the world. You can always improve yourself. You can always be better.
Exactly.
And I've recently been dieting again. I'm back down to around where I was, and it's just very important to try to feel positive about yourself, to feel happy in a world where things don't seem very happy. And for me, that's always nowadays self-improvement. I always look at myself and go, am I better than I was? Am I who I want to be?
Exactly.
And I find, nowadays there's a lot more yeses than there was a few years ago, and that to me is good. That's where I want to be. I'm not a very... There isn't a lot that I focus on outside of that. Like, I'm not a very materialistic person. I don't view it like, oh, I have all these items, that makes me happy. Stuff like that. I try to focus on me.
Just gotta love yourself.
Not to sound like, like Sigma grind set, but your body and you are the most important thing for you.
Yep.
Being healthy, being positive is more important than anything else in your life. And if you can be healthy, you can be positive, you can make everyone around you healthy and positive too. It's a lot easier to be happy when you are comfortable in your own skin.
Exactly. See, mine's kind of opposite from you. I was fit because I did combat sports. I was into boxing, I was into MMA and all that stuff as a, teenager, young adult. And then I put on all this weight and I got up to my heaviest was 280, and I'm back down to 220. I just weighed myself today. I'm back down to 220, and I'm super happy with that progress because 60 pounds down. I just still personally like knowing what I used to look like. I don't think that I look the best anymore.
An invisible army that
I think that it's I understand that completely, and I feel that a lot.
Yeah, I was kind of
think-
opposite of you. You said you went from overweight to, fit, and I went from fit to overweight. And it was just, it was hard. I woke up one day and I looked myself in the mirror, and this was after me and my ex broke up because she called me fat, she said that I was ugly, all that stuff, and like absolutely destroyed my self-esteem. Like this was someone I was with for 7 years.
by the sands. Look at this place.
I do want to say a quick shout out to my wife because like she's been helping me. Like she knew that I told her like the struggles that I was going through, and like I knew I had baggage coming into like the relationship, and she knew that, and she was very patient, and like she reassures me that stuff that I think of myself personally is not true. It's just I just cannot get it out of my head sometimes. Like I'll hit that headspace where I like almost fall into a depression of looking at myself and being like, I'm disgusting.
I think it's so important
You did it.
to it's so hard, but sometimes you need to take a step back and think about the fact that
It requires cultivation.
everyone is beautiful to someone else. There's always someone that looks at you and sees you or can see you
So too
as
the
their
flowers
world.
need tending.
Exactly.
And you're not alone, and you might feel alone, but if you do truly feel alone, finding a support system is more important than anything, because you can feel alone, but there always will be someone.
I'm assuming you
Can
had a
be.
major support system for.
I mean, my friends and family have always been
Hey,
supportive.
that wizard
I would
overthrew
say, I mean,
Cleopatra.
for
I
me,
recognize their malignant
a lot of it
grimace
was
anywhere. Get them.
myself. I had to work on myself to get to that point. Like I've always had a good support system, but I didn't take it in my own hands. Like I always had the ability to, but there was never that moment where I was like, I'm gonna do this. And sometimes it's random. Sometimes you just need that push of that moment of being like, I'm going to change, or I'm going to make a positive change in my life. And it doesn't always have to be huge. It can be minor, but it's so important to take that first step and then keep on with that. It wasn't anything huge for me. It was, I remember exactly, it was June 1st, 2024, and it was that I just had a moment where I was like, I don't like myself, and I want to like myself. And I took it into my own hands, and I finally said, I'm gonna do this. And I did. By June 1st of 2025, exactly a year later, I had lost 140 pounds. And
That's incredible.
it's so important to take that first step, to think, how can I be the best me? And you don't just have to be, I think having a good support system is so important, but being the best you for yourself is more important than anything else. Because if you can be the best you for yourself, you can absolutely be, everyone around you will match that energy. Is what I'll say to that.
Exactly.
I think.
And you gotta surround yourself with, the right people. Don't surround yourself
Oh,
with
yeah,
a
I mean-
negative crowd, because then you'll be negative. You gotta have a positive crowd.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's
I have my
definitely a
wife,
gift.
I have my son, I have my best friend. Like, I have my mods who are literally like my best friend. I've had,
You're recruiting?
and don't take this as bragging at all. I had one of my friends talk about self-harm,
Oh, wish.
and I told him,
Sky and offer me a job.
don't you do that, because I promise you,
Wait, what?
I will drive up and I will pick you up. Like, I've never met you in person. He was just a friend from this game. And I said, don't you do that, because he was going through some stuff in, you know, his life. And he said that. And I actually drove from Florida to Boston to go pick him up to have a vacation in
Awesome.
Florida at my place for
My home.
2.5 weeks. Yeah, I drove from Florida to Boston that weekend.
That's a crazy long drive.
Yep.
I
I told him, don't talk about it, don't threaten it.
It's very important to have good people around you, and if you don't feel like you have good people around you, surrounding yourself with good people is very important.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't have, I would never have the motivation to be who I am if it wasn't for the people around me, the people that I feel mean everything to me. I just realized that the other ones didn't join the fight.
Yeah, I just did too.
Fine, I passed and I
At least you didn't hit like me. I mean, I didn't hit. He took damage himself. He hurt himself. No, put it this way, like, you were talking about positive community and everything like that, and like I said, I want to keep it positive. And if anyone's ever going through anything, just reach out to me through my Discord. You can leave an @ and I'll DM you personally. And actually, my wife has gotten frustrated with me because I'll be in call till like 3 o'clock in the morning talking to someone because they're not doing good, and then I tell her why, and she's like, "Oh, okay, well now I feel now I feel like an asshole," and I'm like, "No, don't, like, you know, you didn't know."
Yeah.
But I'm that type of person. Like, if you guys are ever going through anything or need to talk to someone, I got you. I told Tyr this. I was like, Tyr, if you ever go through anything and you need to talk, fucking hit me up.
It's very important to have that mentality and that in life, and we got very deep here towards the recesses of this hot seat, but
No, we're good.
no, I
Like
was
I
just
said,
thinking,
it gives a like outlook into, you know, streamers other than what they do on stream. Like, everyone has this like preconceived notion that streamers on stream or wizard creators are a certain way, and that they don't actually know their, you know, who they're watching. So this is a way to get to know them on a more personal note. So if it, you know, goes deep and it goes into like self-love, self-hate, stuff like that, like, it's struggles that I personally, you know, have had, and you personally have had. So like it just all relates. Like, this is what the hot seat is. It doesn't always have to be Wizard 101. I'm sorry to say that, chat. If you guys just want Wizard 101 hot seat, you can check out the ones that are pertaining mainly to Wizard 101 with some other content creators, but sometimes they do get this deep. I'm not gonna lie to you, because
it did go pretty deep. What's this guy's cheats? I completely forgot.
I don't remember, but I'm scared. He's a fire and death, or life and death, and I can't convert. Resist everything. So I guess I'll just have to hit through.
Nothing a 7-pip AoE can't solve. Yeah, I think I've said pretty much everything I want to say in regards to that, but I think to cap it off, I definitely carried a lot of things that I struggled with for a long time. I never was really happy, and I think I can say now more than ever in the last few years, I feel happy. And I think that finding your happiness and finding where you want to be is all anyone can ever do in life.
Yeah.
And once you find that, I think you don't always need an end goal of, you know, like, oh, I want to get this job, I want to get this income, I want to, you know, I want to grow up and be this. I think that being happy is something that should be at the core of everyone's motivations. And if you find yourself happy, then that's what matters the most.
This, and I'll take that.
And that's what I'd like to cap off what I said here is
I got you. Just love yourself,
Finding-
guys.
This,
You're
Love
worth
yourself.
it. You matter. Love yourself. We all love you. So
yeah.
if you ever had any doubt, I love you.
take this,
Everyone loves
and
you.
I'll take that.
Don't worry about what other people say.
And I think that, you know, not everyone can live by this mentality,
Virtue
but
dies when truth
I've
is
kind of mentioned it
realized.
quite a few times now. I hate negativity a lot. Obviously, there's a place for it, but I find personally, because of, you know, everything, how I've developed over time and how I've tried to improve myself, I don't find that there's a place for undeserved negativity. And
Exactly.
you know, whether that be undeserved in regards to yourself, like you dislike yourself, and I don't think anyone deserves to dislike themselves, or even just on a broader sense, talking about like the community and, you know, Wizard 101 in general, I think a lot of people are very negative, and there is a place for criticism, but being constructively criticizing doesn't always involve being overwhelmingly negative. And I just personally find that there's no place in my life for negativity like that.
Yep.
It, like, there was a lot of it when I was in high school and when I was a teenager, and I found now I'm still young, but in my early 20s, I'm like, that's not where I want to be anymore. I want to move past that. And I feel like I have done a decent enough job in my life trying to move past that.
Yeah, for sure. And, dude, I seriously greatly appreciate, you know, you joining the channel and, like, taking the hot seat. Like, you are literally the biggest, WizTuber I have interviewed to date. So, hopefully...
Biggest WizTubers so far.
Yeah. Nah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get bigger than you on.
Surely. There's a few.
I'm trying. I just gotta shoot my shot, I guess.
I will say, I think, I know we kind of like went really deep there. I think this is about time where I'd probably wind down. So if you want to, like, I don't know if you have any like final.
Yeah,
thoughts
the
or
final
questions?
question, you kind of like tapped into it a little bit, so it's kind of like a perfect segue. The Wizard 1 community, what do you think is next for us? Do you think it retains its ways, or do you think that it's gonna, you know, get a little better, you know, with the positive influence, me, you, Tier, Frenzy, Richard, all the, you know, awesome
I really hope
WizTubers.
that it gets. I really hope it gets more positive. I've said this before, but the Wiz community, quote unquote, what we encounter on YouTube, is only a percentage of the community.
Mm-hmm.
The average player that plays this game is not going to be mad about the lack of a reset button on spell elements. They're not going to be mad about Grub Guardian changes. They're not going to be mad about, I mean, even exclusive changes. That one's probably more commonly known, but the exclusive pet changes, that's only the most exclusive part of the community. And I think a lot of people don't understand that, and they think that, like, oh, the game is going to end because everyone's hating it right now. The average player is continuing to play the game. While you're sitting here, like, ranting on the Wizard 101 Discord, they're in Avalon, living it up. And
Or on Reddit, or, yeah, like, while you're sitting behind your keyboard becoming a keyboard warrior, you know, sending death threats to devs and content creators for thinking that we have a choice in changing the game. the average player, like he said, is just enjoying the game. And that's what they go based off of. They don't go based off of the hate and the, negativity.
I want to reiterate, there is absolutely nothing wrong with advocating for change and wanting the game to be better. And I think that there is a place for that in the community, and I feel like I am one of, just looking at the Wizard 101 YouTubers, I feel like I am one of the more ones that criticize them more than most other people. But I think where I differ from at least some of the community is I don't criticize them out of a place of hate. I criticize them out of the fact that I love Wizard 101 and I want it to be better. And I guess to circle back to your original question of where do you think we're going from here? I think that I really hope that things get more positive. I don't think they will ever be fixed. But what I think needs to happen is the people that hate the game, fully hate the game, they only complain about it, they need to either finally quit like they've been talking about doing, or King's Island needs to have like a good year. I'm talking like 2027, they just need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and not fumble a little bit.
Exactly.
Because this year, genuinely, I think would have been fine if not for like 3 separate things. I think that the lack of a reset button was a fumble. That was, while I don't hate it as much as other people, I think that how they interacted with the situation and the actual decision in of itself was not necessarily a good one. I think the summer update in its entirety, accidentally half releasing the Barkingham update, just was wild to me. The fact that they accidentally half released it. And then the exclusive changes, the fact that they did not walk back on those immediately and it went out to live realm first, those are fumbles. And if we can just have one good year where they don't fumble, where they just go like, is this going to be a popular decision in the community? Is this going to be good for the game? If answer yes, then release it. If they can do that, I think things will be more positive going forward. We just need 1 year, is what I'll say.
Yeah, exactly. Just one good year, and I think this game will change for the better. Of course, I didn't kill these guys, and I'm out of spells. Nice.
Hold up, where are you? I'll teleport and I'll help with the battle, and then I'll
just chilling.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, you might want to wait.
Oh, they have like 7k health. Yeah, so, thank you for inviting me to this. This was quite fun. I talked about a lot of things I feel like I don't usually get to talk about from my perspective of the channel. I mean, I've talked about some of this stuff on the stream, obviously, but it was nice to be able to have a conversation, I guess, about...
Yeah. That's why this hot seat is actually so fucking popular. It's because people get to see their favorite, content creators with, out the setting of them streaming, and this gives them a platform and an outlet to, express themselves in a different way other than how they conduct themselves on stream. More personal, in-depth look. So, however it goes, it goes. Doesn't always have to be about Wizard 101, like I said.
Yeah, we had a turn towards the end.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that, because I feel like, I said it before, I would like to be a safe space. I think that being positive and being a figure that someone can look at and say, like, this is a positive figure, that is the peak of what I want in life. I want people to be able to look at me and go, that's a positive guy. And I don't need anything more than that. Honestly,
hell yeah.
That's all I need. And if I can say I've done that, then I'm happy. And making other people happy makes me happy. So,
for sure,
I'm happy to express that. This was I don't know how to describe it. It's not cathartic, but it's nice to talk about this kind of stuff. It's like I don't avoid talking about it. It's just I guess it's never really come up on the stream. But,
Exactly. It, like I said, it just gives people an outlet, like other streamers an outlet, where they don't have the pressure of their own community. It's a different community, and they can talk about it. And you know, if their community wants to come over here and support the channel and support what I do, like I greatly appreciate it. But it doesn't have to be done. Like if I don't gain, you know, subscribers from this, I don't gain subscribers from this. I don't care. Like it's just an in-depth view of an amazing content creator.
I think it's a very cool idea because I feel like our community at large is a little disjointed, and I feel this especially for a very long time. Again, I never really interacted with anyone. In fact, the only reason I have been recently is because Ice Gold, who I've watched a lot of his videos there, he has a very soothing voice.
He does.
He invited me to the WizTuber Discord, which I didn't even know existed, and a few people were like, "No, it's not in here," and I just wasn't in there.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's very nice to be able to interact with the more community at large, and I hope that, you know, I'm glad to. I hope that we as a community can continue being together. I like it. I like everyone that I've interacted with, and you know.
Yeah, like I
guess
said,
that's all I'll
there's
have to say.
amazing
So
people in the community of WizTubers,
It is the
and
wizard I
you know, my goal is to interview and talk to all of them.
And you know, I hope that you do, because it's very. This was a good experience, and I hope that more people decide to. Even if they, you know, if they see it or they don't, I think it's fun to be able to peer behind the scenes a little bit. And,
Exactly.
you know, I'm happy that I did it. So thank you so much for inviting me.
Dude,
And,
thank you so much for accepting and joining. Like I said, biggest streamer, Wiz content creator that I think I'm ever gonna have on this channel. I mean, hopefully, you know.
No. I believe we're gonna get. I don't know. You know who's? I was gonna say like who's next? Who's gonna like bring Blue's channel back from the dead, get him on. I don't think that one's possible, but we can hope. We can pray.
It's impossible to reach out to Blaze. Trust me, I've tried.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna hit the road. It's quite late. It's like 9:30. I guess that's not that late, but I have a very normal ass sleep schedule. You know, I've been making fun of you for being old the whole time, but literally my sleep schedule is like an old man. I wake up at like 6 a.m.
Oh hell no, bro! I wake up hella early because my son, he wakes up around 6:30, and then I go to bed at like 12, 1 o'clock. I have a young man sleep schedule.
Yeah, you guys just tuned in the last few seconds. Frenzy and Firestarter, you know. But listen,
what's up, guys?
There was some great conversations in this 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Firestarter's gonna be next. We gotta get him in the hot seat.
Firestarter next. The goat. We can talk about Chrysalis. I can't wait for.
Oh, he's gonna bash me so hard because I bash on Chrysalis so often. Oh, Firestarter's gonna tear my ass apart.
It's gonna be great. You have a back-to-back like favorite world caramel into Chrysalis. That's gonna be perfect.
Alright, bro. It was a pleasure. Alright, guys, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. Peace.